So, um, since Donald Trump was inaugurated for his second term, obviously there are a lot of things that are happening in the news on a daily basis. And if that's all I gave a shit about, like making TikToks about every single news story that hit, I could very easily make 50 TikToks a day if I didn't have a job. But for me personally, that would absolutely, completely, and utterly destroy my mental and emotional health. And so let's say there are 60 things that happen each day. I feel confident in saying that there are somewhere between 52 to 53 things that happen each day that by necessity, I don't give a shit about. I can't. Excuse me. I just can't. I don't care that the National Guard in Los Angeles doesn't have a place to sleep. I don't care that they're not getting paid. I don't care that Elizabeth Warren has announced that she agrees with the Trump administration on something. I don't care that some Democrats are upset about Elmo. I don't care. I don't care that Donald Trump is reversing himself on mass deportations when it comes to like farms and the hotel and leisure business. Is literally one single person in the United States of America surprised by that? Because that policy is either costing him money or it's costing somebody else money who has given Donald Trump a lot of money. If you try to pay attention to or get upset about every single thing, every single news item that happens each day, you will lose your mind. And it's like, what do I care about today? I care about what happened with California Senator Alex Padilla at Kristi Noem's press conference. That I care about. Do I care that Israel is attacking Iran? I couldn't fucking care less about that. I do not care. I think as I've said for the last 22 months, in what's going on between Israel and what they're doing inside the Gaza Strip on both sides, the civilians who are the ones who are getting fucked. The Palestinian civilians, the Israeli civilians. Those are the people that are getting fucked. Between Israel attacking Iran, same thing. It's the civilians in both of those countries that are just going to get completely fucked by this. I would be completely happy if the senior leadership of each of those two countries, if the senior military leadership of each of those two countries just fucking eradicated each other. I don't care. I mean, House Republicans vote to claw back $9.4 billion. That's not breaking news. I don't fucking care. Newsom says Trump is a stone cold liar. I'm shocked to hear that. A majority of Americans don't want money spent on Trump's military parade. Pete Hegseth won't say if he can follow a court order. Pete Hegseth sold stock just before tariff announcement. Who is surprised by that? Donald Trump doesn't think he's a king. Okay. Nearly everyone pays more under Trump policies. I hope that every single person who voted for Donald Trump ends up having to pay double for everything they want. Fuck you. You voted for this. Donald Trump tells migrants their legal status is terminated. That's terrible. Pete Hegseth confirms Donald Trump's plan to take Greenland. Okay, sure. Let's pay-per-view that. Why don't we put that on pay-per-view? Let's put that on pay-per-view. Donald Trump is losing his trade war. Hey, no shit. Okay, here we go. Donald Trump is open to a dialogue with Kim Jong-un. He must have lost his love letters from his first term. He needs some new love letters. Donald Trump's gold card website opens up. I don't give a shit. This could be interesting. The Department, okay, this I might care about. The Department of Homeland Security released a poster featuring Uncle Sam urging members of the public to report, quote, foreign invaders. Foreign invaders. Interesting. I wonder if they provide a phone number with that. Because I'm just going to tell you, if they provide a phone number with that, it would be a really terrible thing if people who didn't vote for Donald Trump used that phone number to report people who did vote for Donald Trump as foreign invaders. That would be a terrible, terrible thing. It would be a terrible thing if people out there reported people who voted for Donald Trump as being foreign invaders, and then ICE and DHS and Customs and Border Patrol and the National Guard and the Marines then went to that person's house. That would be an absolutely awful thing. Okay, so that's two stories I care about. That one I care about. Top general pushes back on Trump. Who fucking cares? RFK Jr. picks new vaccine advisors. I mean, is he going to pick anybody who's not anti-vax to be his vaccine advisors? Everything is absurd and stupid. California takes Trump to court. Okay, let's talk about this one for a second. I read Donald Trump's executive order. Well, it's a memorandum. Technically, it's a memorandum through which he deployed 2,000, now 4,000 members of California's National Guard into Los Angeles. The president does legitimately have a tremendous amount of discretion to do that under two sections of federal law, Title 10 and Title 32. Title 32 tends to be like mainly humanitarian, natural disaster kind of stuff. Title 10 is a little more in line with what he's doing now. I don't think that the state of California is going to be successful in that lawsuit. I think the courts are going to side with Donald Trump because you're basically asking that they're going to be asking the courts to substitute their judgment for the judgment of like law enforcement on the ground. I don't think any court's going to do that. It's different when you're talking about the Marines. I'll make a separate video about that. Supply chains become new battleground in trade war. Don't care. Elon Musk's approval sinks. Couldn't give a shit less. John Fetterman dines with Steve Bannon. I hope they both had bad fish. Andrew Cuomo plays the race card. Oh my God. Rand Paul says he's lost respect for Donald Trump. Trump projects strength as poll reveals weaknesses. Don't give a shit. Trump says he'll set unilateral tariffs in 2 weeks. Don't care. Netanyahu survives a vote to dissolve parliament. Senate Republicans are overhauling reconciliation bill. Don't give a shit. David Hogg to depart as DNC vice chair. Well, that's the DNC's fault. Pete Hegseth can't explain why troop deployment is legal. Pete Hegseth can't explain anything. He especially can't explain why trans women make him feel funny in his nether region, but he doesn't want them in the military. That much I know. He does not want that in the military because Senate GOP wants to trim Trump's populist tax cuts. Who gives a shit? Elon Musk called Donald Trump earlier this week. Who gives a shit? Hegseth won't explain gifted plane from Qatar.